So hello and welcome to the Lewis Nichols Show, and I'm excited to bring on my next guest today because she's a fellow Cornwall person as well. So it's always nice to talk to someone from my hometown. So let's say hello to Molly Hocking. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, not bad. How are you?
Really good, thank you. It's good to get you on. Obviously, we're in another lockdown now, so that must be even more kind of frustrating for you in a sense. You've got a brand new single out, but I guess with the restrictions, it's hard for you to go out and do the normal kind of promo you would do for a single and the appearances and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, we all kind of had it, well, because it was meant to be released in April, obviously. So we got the promo together kind of before it was meant to be released then. So everything still went out online, but obviously the performances didn't happen. And I'm not sure if they will happen for quite a while, but I'll still be going live on my socials and Instagram to keep it going. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to go back to the very beginning for those that haven't watched the show, The Voice. In regards to what actually made you audition for that, were you approached? Did someone come to you to apply? Like, how did that all work?
No, so I was actually at rehearsals at my local theatre at Kids R Us for I think it was for Mary Poppins at the time. And after the rehearsals, it finished at about 8, and then we heard, well, there was rumours that The Voice were doing auditions in the local pub, literally just down the road from Kids. So I just thought, oh, I've got nothing to lose, why not? And I auditioned, and lo and behold, 6 months later, I won The Voice. So it wasn't quite as simple as that, obviously. There was lots of rounds and lots of really hard work. But no, it was great.
And you know, when for the first time you walk out on that stage and you see the back of the chairs of the judges, how does that feel? Because you've got the kind of leading experts in this industry sat in front of you, and your fate is in their hands essentially. So how did you feel walking out for the first time?
Do you know what? I never actually realised how nervous I was until I walked out onto the stage. Honestly, just the mere fact of knowing that there's singers and famous people sitting behind those chairs that might turn around is really nerve-wracking. And actually, when Ollie did turn around, I got even more nervous because I was like, oh my God, is he judging me? I don't know what is going on. But all of these things are going through your head. And then it's like, on top of that, oh, I've got to remember the words of the song as well. So, yeah.
Did you always know that Ollie was going to be, your coach if he had turnaround? Did you kind of have conversation before and thought, right, I'm going to pick him if he does turn?
I did, and I had a conversation with my granddad as well. And it's really funny because I was having a conversation with Tom Jones just before we recorded last week. And I did a little video for my granddad, and I was like, I'm so sorry I didn't choose you, Tom. And we still have a little giggle about that because I always said from the start that if Tom Jones turned around, I would go with him just because in my head he had the most experience and connections. But when Ollie turned around, I was just like, do you know what? I just want to have a bit of fun while this lasts, because I don't know how long it's going to last, and I don't know where it's going to get me. So I might as well have a bit of fun on the way.
What was he like as a coach? Is he someone that kind of wanted you to be yourself as an artist? Would he let you kind of explore what you wanted to do?
Yeah, completely. We had like really in-depth conversations about what I think I wanted to sing and what kind of an artist I wanted to be. And obviously, if I wasn't happy with the songs that were brought up, I could make suggestions. And about 2 out of the 3 times that I made the suggestions, I actually sung the songs that I wanted to. Yeah. So don't be too afraid to ask, because, yeah.
And when it came to, you reaching the finals, and this is where it must feel kind of even more real for you because you've now got the chance to win this entire show. So when it came to the finals, did you feel pressure? Did you go out there and just thought, no, I'm going to enjoy this and live every moment? Like, what went through your mind, on that night?
It was really strange because I kind of in my head, I had it that I'd already lost. So I kind of went out there just before they announced who won. I was like, oh, it's fine. I've had such a great experience. And I'm sure you can see by my face, I was so chilled just before they announced that I won it. And I had to kind of almost do a double take when they said my name because I was like, this cannot be right. Because Dina is a phenomenal talent and such a nice person to work with as well. So, yeah.
Did that help boost your confidence? Because you said there that you in your head, you'd already lost. So to actually win and have the public get behind you and support you, did that actually help your confidence moving forward?
Do you know what? It really has. And I haven't really noticed that until about a few months ago when I first started performing again, when lockdown kind of lifted a tiny bit. I went down and did little performances on my local island. And I have gained so much confidence, not just in my singing, like, or as a person, just in my performing as well.
Yeah.
And I'm really enjoying it at the moment.
And you know, in regards to The Voice, I mean, when you compare The Voice to shows like The X Factor, when you're on The X Factor, you seem to get more of a public profile in a sense of making the papers, social media following. Why do you think that is? Why is The Voice any different? Because when you look at the amount of talent actually on The Voice, the voices are stronger. So why do you think that is?
You know what? I've dabbled in X Factor, and I wouldn't do it again. Personally, I think more talented vocalists are found on The Voice. That's just my experience anyway.
Yeah.
And I think it's more for the people that want to be kind of celebrities that kind of edge towards the X Factor. And that's not meant in a horrible way. I think that's just my view on it. There's still amazing singers on the X Factor, but there's got to be a reason why it's been discontinued, you know?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
are you, in regards to the response now of you know, for your new single, which by the way is absolutely incredible. It came on my Spotify playlist on Friday, on the New Music Friday playlist, and it was just breathtaking. It's one of those songs when you listen, you think, wow. And like I said to you before coming on, it literally is head and shoulders above anything that's out there at the moment. I really do hope you get the national airplay. But are you happy with the response that you've had in regards to the fans' reaction to the single?
I honestly, I was so taken aback when I think it peaked last week at about 4 in the charts, and then it obviously has been going down, but it's still in the charts, like it's still number 20, and that's 5 days later with no airplay, no radio play. Do you know what I mean? Like little to none promotion, to be honest, and that's all down to everyone streaming it, and I can't be more thankful, to be honest, because I wouldn't be here if I didn't have the amazing fans that I do. But no, right now it's all about getting the airplay and just so people can listen to it more. And it's got a bigger chance of me not to get dropped by Polydor. To be honest.
The thing is, we were talking before we came on. It's frustrating because you've got the voice, you've got the incredible song, but it's not getting the airplay it deserves. If you were to guess why that is, why do you think that is? Why is it not making the big stations? Because it really deserves to. I'm not just saying that because you're on the show.
Do you know what? I think it's because radios are so used to playing the same artists and the same type of music. It's almost like they're kind of not scared, but they're really hesitant to put it in there just in case it gets like a bad reaction or a reaction that they're not used to. But you know what? There's 24 hours in the day, 24-hour round radio. There must be some room for my single to be played, you know? It doesn't make sense to me, you know? It's just like, it's beyond me. But yeah, that's the way it is at the moment. So keep streaming, guys.
So is this going to be part of a new album? Like, what's the future plans now? Because you've got a great single. So is this going to be part of something bigger?
Yeah, so I spent the whole of last summer after I came off The Voice in studios recording with the best co-writers I've ever worked with in my life. And I've got about 15 demos ready to like master and come out. So it's all about now just choosing the right path to go down, whether that's releasing another single first in the very short future, or releasing like an EP with 3 or 4 songs on it. We just don't know yet, but we want to wait and choose the right path, otherwise it could all just like fall flat. So
I mean, for anyone that follows you on social media, it's clear to see that you and Ollie have such a good relationship, even after the show. And I believe, was it last year you actually performed with him at his own show? He invited you.
He invited me to his 2 Arena O2 performances, and we both did a duet together. And next year he's actually asked me to support him on his tour when he comes to Cornwall. So that's going to be a big one. So yeah.
So, you know, that's kind of a massive thing for you as well, to have someone like him support you. So hopefully that will drive the single forward. But I know, talk about support, your family. I mean, I've got your mum on Facebook, and you've got such a great family network. Like, I just love it. I mean, like your brother, you, like everyone, you're just such a tight-knit family. Do you think that helps keep you steady and happy, you know, that you've got that bond with them?
Yeah, completely. And do you know what? The most important thing about our family is we keep each other grounded.
Yeah.
And the moment someone lift their foot off the ground, it's like no, you get back down, you know. But I think it's just because Cornwall, like every if someone does a good thing from Cornwall, the whole of the Southwest gets behind, because they're like, we're one of our own.
Yeah.
So I think it's just the Cornish lot are just absolutely brilliant.
Well, the single is out now. It's available on all platforms, Spotify, iTunes, and we just need to get as many people now to download the song and share it. But thank you so much for joining us. I'm really excited to see what's coming next for you now, because you've got an incredible, strong voice. And yeah, I'm excited.
Thank you so much for having me on. So
Thank you.
see what the future holds.
Thank you very much, Molly Hocking. Thank you.